I apologize for being late this hour. We got in a very heated Panthers Mount Rushmore debate, which you guys can roll back and listen to on the Odyssey app. You guys can use the Radio Rewind feature. We're also streaming on iHeartRadio and tune in. You guys can watch us on 104.3 WQAM on YouTube, Miami 104.3 WQAM on Twitch, and that's where you guys can see these ugly mugs. Except for Brittany. I'm just referring to us, of course, Brittany. I apologize. I would never put you with a hobgoblin like us, But you guys can check us out there. And, of course, we are on the FM dial, 104.3 FM, WQAM. Let us get to our headlines. Brought to you by Doral Kia. Choose from over 500 new Kia miles in inventory at the Sport, Sorrento, and Telluride. Remember, when it comes to Kia, the great deals are at Doral Kia. Miami Dolphins have practice going on right now. Lots of health notes for everybody. Alec Ingold and Mo Kamara, they are apparently out of concussion protocol, no longer in non-contact jerseys. Matthew Judon and Darren Waller are practicing in a full padded practice today. Andrew Meyer, backup center, who everybody was raving about when Aaron Brewer was out, he has been spotted at practice with a brace on his left elbow, Leroy.
Ooh, yeah, those things are no fun.
Tyreek Hill is apparently got his helmet on. He's catching passes, but he's not practicing.
Do we even know what's wrong with him?
They said oblique.
Okay.
That was that's what I don't think he's spoken on it, but they said oblique was the initial thing. And then this one's the big one. I'm just checking to see if there's no update on it, but nobody has spotted Kenneth Grant at practice today. So I don't like that.
I mean, it's like I try not to read too much into who's at practice and who's not, because I went through it and I know that sometimes you just need a day.
Even rooks?
Yeah.
Usually rooks don't get a day, it feels like.
Well, here's what a lot of coaches will do. Because the rooks are going hard from start every day, every practice. They're picking up all the slack. And then you got to realize that, okay, here's a guy who's going to play 40, 50 plays a game. Let's start getting him ready for the season. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so from that standpoint, you got to really kind of get everybody ready, even if they're young. And I think sometimes we read into too much about, that, hey, they probably said, who hasn't had a day or a practice off and has been balling since he got here? Our young guy. Let's give him a day.
Omar Kelly says Quinn Ewers completed a 50-yard pass to A.J. Henning. And then another tweet 2 minutes later, Omar says Quinn Ewers dropped a handoff.
Did he get stepped on?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It just says he dropped a handoff. That's all it says.
Oh, my goodness. Karen, that's so bad.
What do you say?
Maybe Kenny G had the Kenny P.
-1, Karen. Hell out of here, dude.
-1.
Omar says Ollie Gordon also dropped a handoff. We got the summer, but it's very hot out there. They could be sweating.
Dude, let me tell you something. I was hot. A sweater.
Woo.
Oh, it was so hot. But I mean, sometimes different quarterbacks hand it to you differently, right? And you just have to, there's certain quarterbacks I could just grab it.
Right.
I knew where it was. Other quarterbacks, you had to make the perfect pocket like in the training day. And certain quarterbacks will look it in. Certain quarterbacks rely on you being where you're supposed to be.
iDog says it's hot as hell there. Dude, it's been hot as hell for 2 months straight.
Yeah, and suffocating heat. By the way, is your area on fire?
No.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, are you serious?
We
Because
got
even here,
we-
even like down here, it's hazy. Like you could see the
we
smoke.
got up to smoke. Mel said, "Man, it's real foggy and smells like smoke outside." I said, "Is our house burning?" She said, "No." I said, "All right,
Weird.
I'm going back to sleep."
No, the Everglades are on fire.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And didn't it pour
Not
yesterday? And it always rains over the Everglades, doesn't it?
It's just if it's hot and the thing is it can rain as much as it wants, but if it gets hot enough and everything dries up enough,
Yeah.
you can still have a fire.
I was thinking about this for the Canes Notre Dame game because remember last year I explained to you how the Canes were going to come into that Gators game with an advantage because it's so much hotter here than Gainesville, different heat. But I'm worried because it's being a night game. Is that still going to have that impact on Notre Dame? But I got to tell you, like I'm walking out at 8:00 and it still feels miserable out here. I don't know.
It's awful, and I don't agree with the Gainesville heat thing.
What do you mean?
Because my cousin went to UF, and I went to a couple games there, and everybody was like, "Oh, it's so hot and it's awful." Like last year, I went, but I didn't go to the game. I just was in Gainesville, and I disagree. I think it's worse here.
Oh, it's way worse here. It's not even a question. It's not.
Oh, I thought you were trying to say that it was hotter in
No,
Gainesville.
one of the reasons I said, Brittany, I got into a big argument in science about this because Leroy doesn't believe I'm a scientist. And that I said the Canes were going to come in with more of an advantage because they practice down here. It's worse than Gainesville. And he's like, that's not true.
The
And I'm
heat,
like,
here's what I would say about that. The heat affects everybody. But what I would say about a team that practices in it is that they know how to prepare and get ready for it. It doesn't catch them off guard. So from that standpoint, you're accurate. Now, I will say this. Up north, this time of year, it gets hotter.
I
But
disagree.
it's not as humid.
yeah, but right now, Leroy, in South Bend right now, it's 75 degrees. I would kill for 75
gosh,
degrees.
that sounds
That's
delicious.
winter. That's winter for us.
I would
I am
kill for
75. I'd be like,
70
oh.
75 is so nice. It's like
that
the
75 would be perfect.
If it drops below 60, you know what you see in South Florida? Boots
Coats.
with the fur.
Bro, these
It's like,
these fighting Irish, they don't know what they're walking into. And I'm telling you, like, I feel like even at night right now, it's miserable.
It is miserable. It's awful. I went to a concert not that long ago at Hard Rock at night, and I have never sweated so much in my entire life.
It's gonna be. I mean, I'm gonna tell. Hey, Irish fans who are coming down here, you better stay hydrated, champ.
Stay hydrated. Hey, Brittany, you know what's worse?
What?
It being 115 degrees and you can't sweat. Like we were in Vegas.
Yeah, because it's a dry heat, so you don't sweat.
But it doesn't mean it's not hot.
I've never been
Like,
over there.
think about this. Think about this. What would lead a grown man to get in a pool by himself and relax? 115-degree weather. Because Tobin said, you know what? I don't care what it looks like. I am going to get in this cool pool. They had the pool at 80 degrees. They cooled their pools off. And he went and sat in that pool with his little drinky pool. And he was so happy, smiling, waving.
The Luxor has a nice pool.
And I was dying because the sun was bouncing off the side of the building and cooking me.
Dude, you looked like a roasted chicken. It was.
Why didn't you get in the pool, Leroy?
I just felt like me and Tobin standing next to each other in the pool, saying
like,
how relaxing this was.
Leroy was glistening with it bouncing the way that sun was bouncing off the Luxor.
I was like, Tobes, I'm dying. He's like, come on, get in.
No,
You're far too proud. You should have just gone in the pool, Leroy. That's your fault.
Vegas's heat is brutal because it feels like you're literally cooking, but here it's like it sucks the soul out of you. It's like it's just like all of the sweat that's just dripping out of you is so horrifying. And I can't even imagine because Dane Sav is right. It's going to be a madhouse for Canes Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
The tailgating that's going to be going on all day.
First
on
game,
a holiday
weekend. Is it a night game?
Yes.
Night game.
Dude,
I'm not terrified of water. What are you talking about?
I'm telling you, dude, it's going to be that atmosphere is going to be crazy, but I feel like there's going to be more cases of people dehydrating from over drinking.
Because first of all, it's the first game.
Woo!
Kids are just getting back to school.
Yep.
And they want to act a fool. So you know there's gonna be some deal. All I would say is, can we not burn each other's cars down?
I don't know. But I don't think these Irish fans know what they're walking into. I think it's I think it's gonna be such a ridiculous party down here.
I would say
Hopefully they don't have amnesia from last time, because we remember how they were last time.
Oh yeah.
We cannot, and I would say this. I don't care who you are, right? When you come to an environment like this, there's no preparing for it, because the one thing you don't take into account is when you get fired up for a game, you already revved up, you burning energy just thinking about the game, preparing for the game, going through warm-ups, so that when you get in the first and second quarter, you're like, I did too much.
Well,
I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
Did you like cupcakes to start, or did you like the let's get this going, start the season?
Well, I'll give you an example. One year, we played Notre Dame first, University of Miami second.
Oh my God.
And then played UCLA and went out to them third. We started the season 1 and 2. We never lost another game, and I think we finished third in the country. And if we had started off with cupcakes, maybe we would have had a chance to
rev up. Yeah.
But Bo didn't believe that. Bo said,
didn't Notre Dame, didn't they lose to Northern Illinois last year? Was that last year or 2 years ago?
No, that was 2 years ago.
It was great. They lost and went home, didn't they?
I don't know. It was.
I remember the game. I just don't remember it was last
You
year.
know, when you lose to a team that don't bring no fans because they think they're going to get mollywopped,
they lost
and they end up winning.
I know. They ended up in the championship, and they lost to Northern Illinois week 2 at home.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it was last year.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, Miami lost to Middle Tennessee State, and they didn't win another game.
But that's logical. At least you do like, oh, that team sucks. What team would you lose if you said, hey, this team's losing to Northern Illinois? You think they end up in the championship that year?
Hey, when I watched Canes from last year, and then I start watching that preseason game, that's exactly who I thought of. When I watched Cincinnati, I thought Canes defense last year. It's dude.
It was terrible.
Dude, you know how hard it is to give up 100 and something yards in one quarter?
I was at that game. It was so soul crushing.
Oh, at the Middle Tennessee game?
Yeah.
Well, we lost to, I think, years ago. This was a long time ago, but people still bring it up. We lost to Appalachian State.
I think it's one of the most famous upsets ever. I think everybody brings up Appalachian State at the big house.
Right. But again, there's been a lot of teams that lose a lot worse teams than Appalachian State since then. But that always seems to come up.
Miami lost to FIU, which I think was worse than
That's
anything.
the worst. I don't think there's anything worse than that. At Marlins Park, at the site of the Orange Bowl.
I was also at that game.
You have a lot of pain.
I have a lot of pain, like a lot of pain.
So, let me ask you this, because I follow the Canes, and we all know that the defense held them back last year.
Yep.
The offense was very good. Offensive line is massive. They're going to run the football. Carson Beck, I don't think he's not bad, and people don't give him a lot of credit because they use the old, it was Georgia. Everybody was good.
Right.
So they tend to, you can go about that two different ways, right? Tua playing for Alabama, they look at Tua as Alabama's savior when they won the championship. And Carson Beck, they look at Carson Beck, guy that only lost 3 games while he was at Georgia. You know, they look at him like, well, they won in spite of Carson Beck, almost like that. So I think Carson Beck is going to be good. They lost a lot of wide receivers. And are we still certain that the defense is going to turn around? Because
it's the secondary you're scared of, because they got everybody new except for Frederic, who showed some good stuff last year as a freshman. So you're hoping that he's gonna grow up. Ruben Bain being healthier this year.
Yeah, he got banged up.
You know, so
you got the brother Mawanawi. Is that it?
Yeah, that's what it is. Maui Naui. Yep, you nailed it.
Hey, I didn't say I asked a question. I didn't go ahead on and try to pronounce it. Worcestershire or whatever.
I believe I think his brother's on the Jets now. I think Kiko went to the Jets, and his brother is the monster who's going to be in the first round this year.
Right. So
Maui Wowie.
I said, what is it? What is it? Maui
Maui Noah.
Maui Noah.
Maui Noah. Okay. Okay.
We'll take a break. Back after this.